In many societies, the illusion of democracy endures. The appearance of democratic processes often conceals the concentration of power in the hands of a small elite. This elite, known as the power elite or the oligarchy, exerts significant influence over government policies and societal outcomes, despite the presence of elections and parliaments. One mechanism that perpetuates this illusion is the control of the political agenda. The media, often owned or influenced by corporations and wealthy individuals, shapes public opinion and sets the parameters of political debate. By focusing on certain issues and ignoring others, the media can manipulate public discourse and limit the range of possible solutions. Additionally, the funding of political campaigns by wealthy donors and corporations can significantly influence the policies and priorities of elected officials, further undermining the democratic process. Another factor contributing to this illusion is the limited choices offered to voters. In many countries, the electoral system favors two major parties, constraining voter choice and discouraging third-party candidates. This can lead to a sense of disillusionment among voters, as they may feel that their vote does not truly matter. The role of money in politics distorts the democratic process. Campaign finance laws, varying from country to country, allow wealthy individuals and corporations to donate large sums to political campaigns. This gives these donors significant influence over policies and priorities of elected officials, raising concerns about fairness and transparency in the electoral process. The voting process can be manipulated to amplify the votes of certain groups, such as rural voters or specific demographics. This leads to situations where the majority of voters do not get their preferred candidate elected, further undermining the perception of democratic representation. The lack of transparency and accountability in government decision-making perpetuates the illusion of democracy. Although many governments have institutions like parliaments and legislatures, these bodies often lack the power to effectively scrutinize and hold the executive branch accountable. Consequently, crucial decisions are frequently made behind closed doors, devoid of public input or oversight. To challenge the illusion of democracy, citizens must become more informed and engaged in the political process. This includes staying informed about current events, critically analyzing media coverage, and participating in political discussions and debates. Additionally, citizens can support organizations that promote transparency and accountability in government, such as watchdog groups and investigative journalism outlets. By working together, citizens can challenge the power of the elite and work towards a more equitable and democratic society. Throughout history, the concept of oligarchy has been a recurring theme, where a select few hold the reins of power. In today's world, this manifests as economic oligarchy, with a handful of wealthy individuals or corporations controlling vast economic resources, and the political elite, where power is concentrated in the hands of a few influential families or individuals. Some scholars argue that the United States exemplifies an oligarchy, given the substantial sway that wealthy elites and corporations hold over public policy. Research indicates that the preferences of the affluent are more likely to be reflected in government decisions than those of the general populace. To counteract the influence of oligarchs, promoting transparency, accountability, and active democratic participation is crucial. This involves fortifying democratic institutions and overhauling campaign finance regulations. Collective action by citizens can challenge the concentration of power among elites and strive for a more just and democratic society. The representatives you elect, despite their positions of authority, often act under the influence of powerful elites, their decisions steered by the hidden hand of oligarchs. This elite class wields power through lobbying, campaign donations, and media control. The impact of this system is profound, influencing economic policies, social norms, and even global events. It fosters inequality, corruption, and a decline in democratic accountability. By understanding these power dynamics, you can begin to challenge the oligarchic influence and work towards a fairer and more democratic future.